welcome back to the next video, and this will be another hero breakdown video in which we will talk about the new upcoming hero, Rubina. Our breakdown will go in the same manner, in which we will first talk about how to obtain this hero, then we will talk about each of her skills, then we'll talk about the weapon, and where can we use her, who we can pair her with, potential talent build, and potential skill sequence in which we can develop her to make best use of her as early as possible, right? So let's dive right into it. First of all, to obtain her, just click on claim. You'll see that she's an all-star knight hero, which means that the great hunter ranking, you'll get her fragments, and in the splendid steel you can get her super weapon course, and then in top commander you'll get her fragments, correct? So she is going to be a very expensive hero. As we all know, all heroes that are top commander are coming up with super weapon now, and they all are very expensive. Also, on this note, I did make a small video in which I explained how expensive transcending a hero really is. I'll put that link in the description so you guys know that what it will cost to transcend her, so you know that beforehand whether to go with this hero or not based on how much you are willing to spend and for how long, right? So with this, let's talk about her first skill. So in skills, first of all, we will talk about what it will be before transcending and how it will improve after transcending, correct? And we'll do the first skill and then the second skill and so on. So let's do first skill. Before transcending, the damage factor of first skill is 9500, which is not that bad, but when not garrisoned, there's a 60% chance to deal bonus damage on target 1 to 5 times, and the damage factor is 5100. And with each instance of this bonus damage on the target, within 5 seconds, the next bonus damage will be reduced by 10% until it reaches a minimum of 40%. So it won't go below 40%. So that's there. But what does this all mean? First of all, so after raid skill drop, there's a 60% chance that the bonus damage will happen. And the first one will be 5100. The second one will be 5100 minus the 10%, right? And any of the damage that happens 5 seconds apart, then there will be no reduction, but within 5 seconds there will be. I know this sounds very confusing, but when you open any report of her, just check all the rounds of damages happened between two of the raid skill drops. You'll see that any bonus damage that happened within 5 seconds of each of them, you will see that 10% reduction in the damage. But if two bonus damages happens 5 seconds apart between the two raid skill drops, there will not be any damage reduction in that. This just means that, so when you see the report, you'll see what I'm talking about, and this will be much more clear in that case. Now, if we transcend her, this damage factor from 9500 increases to 10400, and now when you are not garrisoned, you have 60% chance to deal damage 2 to 6 times. It will happen at least one time, but it can happen 2 to 6 times with a damage factor of 5600 now instead of 5100. Now the reduction of 10%, minimum 40%, and 5 second window, all that are same. But if you think about it, before transcending and after transcending, both the times, it is a lot of damage. Before transcending, if you deal maybe out of 5, maybe 2 or 3 times, you are still dealing close to 20,000 damage just from the raid skill. And that includes the 10% reduction, give or take, right? And after transcending the skill, you are already dealing 16,000 damage anyway from the raid skill, and that can get to up to 20 to 25,000 damage between the two raid skill drop. This is a lot of skill damage happening just from one skill. So overall, so far looking very solid. Now second skill is, during rallies, rider squad HP is 34% and damage dealt to range squad is 5%. Now there is no full stop, so this during rallies applies to both HP and damage dealt to range squad. Now after transcending, you'll see that this HP will be there regardless, 40%, which is really good. And during rallies, you'll have additional damage to range squad by 7%. The third skill is, when you are not garrisoned, your raid skill increases by 3%, stacks up to 15%. So basically 15 times when you drop your raid skill will get increased by up to 45%, which is really, really good. This is a lot. So I'm very happy, but this will be more useful on rallies compared to on field fight, because 15 times rage skill drop, that means you have to either last that long on the field, and if you're lasting that long on field, your squad size is going to be reduced to a lot, so it's not going to be that effective. But in rallies, you can hold a rally to reach this maximum potential of 45%, and then you can maintain the rally to have this buff constantly at that level. So this is really good. Now after transcending, your rider squad will have 5% damage reduction. That's good. That's new. Also, using rage skill, your skill damage will increase by 3.5%, can be stacked to 15%, so total of 52.5%, which is really good. Outside of Bard, she's the only other hero that have that high skill damage. But yes, you have to maintain 15 times rage skill drop, which means it has to be a long rider rally to make the most benefit out of this. Now the fourth skill, rider squad attack is 38%, which is good. Also, during rallies, if you are flanked, it can be a counter rally, it can be another squad, you will get a damage reduction of 5.5%, which is good. Now, when flanked by more than 3 squads, the damage reduction is going to increase by an additional 3.5%. I said that with a stress because by an additional means that it will be added on top of this 5.5%. So total 9% if your rally is swarmed by more than 3 squads. So up to 3 squads, you will get 5.5%. But if the 4th squad hit you, you'll get additional 3.5%, making it to 9%. If there's anything that I'm saying right now is not going to apply the same way in field, I will make a pinned comment in the video to make sure that I correct it. Now, after transcending, your rider squad attack goes up to 42%, which is good. Also, during rallies, if you are flanked, 5.5% is same, and when flanked by more than 3 squads, you will get additional 3.5% reduction. That's all the same. The new addition is when in rally and attacked by a squad that is not garrison, like anything outside of garrison, the same thing. Basically, you are flanked. There's a 25% chance to deal bonus damage to that squad up to 2700, which is basically more than a round of combat. And this effect can be triggered only once in 3 seconds. So basically, it's kind of a counter attack with an additional round of damage to one target, right? So this particular transcended skill is not as good. So when you are transcending, you can keep your last goal for this one skill. The other 3 are better when transcended compared to the last one, but it's up to you. Now let's talk about the awakened skill. It's a new skill. So every 15% squad size lost, the rider squad defense will be increased by 4.5%, and this can stack up to 6 times. What does this mean? So I did calculate this. The whole mathematics behind this particular thing is when you have 100% of your squad size, 15% lost is 85%. Now 15% of that need to be lost for additional 4.5% defense getting added to your stats. So it all boils down to you having additional 27% of defense when your squad size is below 37.7149% of your original one. So this all it means is you need to be below that much. But I'm not a big fan of this skill because if I'm on field, I'm going back to the shelter at that point. Now when we transcend this skill, first of all, your bonus damage chance, which was 60% in your rage skill, will be 70%. So there's a 10% addition in that. Also, the 15% squad size lost will give you 6.5% rider defense and will stack 6 times. So this will become total of 39% defense when your squad size is down to 37.7149%. So this all means that. Now lastly, we can talk about the weapon. So increase bonus damage of hero skill by 26%. Now this bonus damage does apply to the rage skill and your 4th skill where you deal bonus damage after transcending. And it says from hero skill. It doesn't say anything regarding any of the second hero that you're using. For example, Daryl also has a bonus damage going on somewhere. if I'm not wrong. Where is it? Over here. Deals a bonus damage. So the way this first half is written, this particular increment will only happen to Rubina's bonus damage, not the other heroes. Also, if the remaining squad size is less than 50%, this effect is increased by an additional 39%. So the total of 65% increase in bonus damage. Really good, but when your squad size is less than 50%, you already are dealing less damage. So this skill could have been really good if this was squad size more than 50%. This would be an awesome skill. But this is less than 50%, so it's not that appealing right now. But yeah, so this is still not bad. So these are all the skills. Now let's talk about where you can use her before and after transcending. So the first skill is for field and rally both, and even after transcend you can use it in both field and rally, right? The second skill is for rally only before you transcend her, but after you transcend her, this can be used on field and rally both. Third skill now is for field and rally both, but the best use of this is in rallies compared to on field. And that stands true for even after transcending. Now we talk about fourth skill. It's the same thing for both field and rallies, but much more useful in rallies. Awake skill, the same thing. Field and rallies, but more useful in rallies. And lastly, the weapon. It can be used for both field and rallies, but the skills will be much more helpful in rallies compared to on field. So overall, she's extremely amazing rally hero, but it is kind of okay field hero. I'll talk more about this at the end of this video. So after hearing all this skill, many people will be thinking, should I go for this hero, should I not? Stick to the end and you'll know whether this will be a good fit for you or not, and for whom this is a good fit. So what would be a good skill sequence to develop this hero? 1, 2, 3, 4 is a good sequence. And while transcending, you can do 1, 2, 3 will be really good. Keep the fourth transcendent as the last one. Now whom you can pair her with? If you are using her on field, any field rider hero would work, like Felix, Elena, Mai, Bella, anyone that you have. She'll be good for that. Since she has skill tree, you can use her as lead or support. Either one, she'll be good. Now if you're using her for rallies, which is what she's mainly for, you can use her as lead with Felix or Daryl, both will work. And what will be a good talent build for her? First of all, siege tree, you can pick up the talent from, let's say, Eddie I have. So you can pick a little bit of a counter damage from this one if you're gonna be the main rally. And outside of it, the other rider and skill tree, you can have more rage coming from here, and you can have some skill damage taken reduction that will help always, and some attack will obviously boost her already high attack. So that will be a very good talent tree for her. And with this being said, I think I covered everything. Now my overall view of this hero, this is where things will get more clear for everybody. She is an okay field hero. She is not amazing. There are other heroes that are much more suited for field fight compared to her. For example, Daryl. You can use him. Like, this will require a third of investment compared to Rubina, and he's still much more better than Rubina for field fight. Rubina is a great rally hero. It is because of the fourth skill, she is very difficult to even counter rally or swarm. She is launched to counter Ethan's garrison for the most part, because rider already have an upper hand on ranged. She is dealing amazing damage, plus there is increased damage on ranged squads. So she's basically there so that Ethan can be countered somehow. So if you are a rally captain in your team and you are a rider focused player, you can definitely go for this hero. She'll help you a lot against Ethan, because now you will see Ethan garrisons a lot, because he's really good, and many people have ranged workshop and everything built up, so you'll see those a lot. So you will need Rubina to do that rally, right? But if you are a field fighter and you are rider focused, totally skip her. Focus on Daryl, awake him. This one, considering the investment she will need, not worth it. You can awake two rider heroes completely and use them as a pair instead of just focusing all that investment on her plus the weapon core. So this is my take on her. Again, if you have any questions, definitely reach me in the game or in the comment section. I've started to address all the comments in my videos now, so if you have anything, definitely let me know. Also, I did added a post message in my YouTube channel, so there will be a particular video coming out every week in which I will answer all the questions. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know so I can answer those questions in my weekly question answer video. And with this, I will wrap up this video. I really appreciate you guys and your support, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon.